Welcome back to the InherAlchemist TV. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Wanda Leeth of Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is Letitia Scott's mother. She's been wrecking my timeline for a couple weeks now, so I know I did a reading on her not too long ago, but I thought I'd revisit the energy and see what's going on. Why you being so loud? Why you ruffling all these feathers? And see what was going on with her. So that's what we're going to look into today. If you guys have any suggestions of what you guys want to see, let me know. I have a couple videos in the cut, just uploading them at the right time. Yeah, so we should be good to go. Go ahead and like the video. Please make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so that we continue to grow, and also that you have your notification bells on. All right, so Wanda is coming in with the sevens, okay? She has the seven of wands coming in, and then she has the 7 of cups, and that's clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like Wanda, she's like searching for some type of money making opportunity, and the Ace of Pentacles, that's a good one. You know, the Ace of Pentacles is a gift of maybe some opportunity to make some money, but it's something that you have to work at or that you have to put energy into. Now, when I'm looking at this 7 of wands though, I'm seeing that that is her version of the work. She has a very combative spirit, and I'm showing right now she feels like she's trying to like reinvent herself or regenerate herself. I feel like she's even having some type of like, I don't want to say like regression or something like that, or past life regression. That's not even the right word, but what it is that something's going on with her. If she's married, I think she might be having marital problems, or something like that. I'll get to that later, but there's something in her that's like regressing to a time like where she was younger, and or there's some type of like fixation or something that was missing when she was younger, and she's like falling back into that type of phase, and I feel like it's playing out for her orally. So she's like purging herself orally, or she's like getting rid of a lot of like pent up anger and frustration that she's been sitting on for a while. I'll say that. Now, the overall energy for her reading was the 4 of Cups, so I show that she has been bored and she has been kind of like disinterested in life or whatever, or at least the things that are going on around her. But I also feel that she's been plotting. She's been plotting. She's been sitting for a while, waiting for the right time to strike, because her language is, these people are playing on my top. So she feels like somebody is playing with her head, or somebody has her really messed up. And I show that she's been trying to figure out how to approach this for a while. Now, do I think that the anger and frustration could be a little bit misplaced? I do, because like I said, I don't know if she's in like a middle of a midlife crisis, or she could, even with this 4 of Swords, be facing some type of like health issues. Whatever it is, I feel like she's throwing like some type of temper tantrum, but in her tantrum she's like regressing to maybe how she was as a kid. I don't know if she used to like cry a lot and nobody like picked her up and soothed her. I don't know, but there's something where she's throwing a tantrum at some shit that's going on in her personal life, and she's acting out orally. I'll put it that way. So like I said, the sevens are like spiritual energy. Her spirit is coming in as very combative, but what she's doing is she's trying to like purge, or like this is like a cathartic moment for her where she feels that she can like regenerate herself, but she's trying to be like extra youthful or childish or childlike in her. She's trying to be who she was when she was younger or something like that, because I feel like when she was younger, maybe nobody played with her. Maybe she had her way a bit. Maybe she was running things a bit, and she's trying to like take herself back to that time. But again, I feel like she's lashing out over maybe some news that she heard about her health, or even her marriage, because her marriage card is in reverse, and it's clarified by the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is about being single, and the marriage card, the Lover's card in reverse, is about breaking up. But that's in the near future, so I don't think that that's going on right now, right? Also, she's been imagining, like I said, I feel like she's been imagining the possibilities of potentially getting some type of financial gain. So I feel like maybe even herself might be coming onto YouTube or starting like some type of channel where she does commentary. She may be trying to do the thing like what Dr. Heavenly and Carlos does, where she builds an audience, but her way in, or her entry into things, is going to be like beefing or coming at people. And honestly, if I'm going to be real with you guys, she kind of has some type of advantage, but I think her advantage is because she's very fiery, or like I said, she has a very combative spirit, and she's leaning on who she used to be. And back in her heyday, she's going to pull out the old Wanda. She's going to pull out the old Wanda, and she's going to bring that to the table. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel like she's going through right now. There's also some issues, I don't know if she's having some family issues, or you know what it is though. I really feel like she's spying on Letitia and Marsau. She's hoovering over their marriage. She's watching them argue. I don't know if she's sitting in the other room or watching them, or she's over listening into phone calls. She's recognizing that Marsau is very guarded towards her daughter, and she feels like Letitia is still advancing on him. I show that she's trying to maybe like mentally, or like she's trying to like send some energy to Letitia about Marsau, so that Letitia can kind of like stand up. You know what I mean? And I saw that in Letitia's spread too, that she was learning how to stand up for herself. But for the most part, she's observing Marsau be very closed off and very mean to her daughter. Like every time they talk, he has his arms folded. He doesn't want to help around the house. She's having to like fold the clothes, and she's still having to tend to the kids as if they're small children. And I show that she's observing him, and there's something about her that wants to like intervene when it comes to Marsau as well, but her intervening, it's not going to be in a pretty way. You know what I mean? It's not. I feel like I don't want to say she's going to like cuss him out, but with the Knight of Swords and the Devil card, I definitely feel like she's going to go in on him. Maybe even publicly. Like I said, I feel like she's going to start her own blog or her own channel as a blogger, doing commentary, maybe telling people's business. The Knight of Swords is here. I feel like it's going to be a very, very turned up, aggressive type of energy. It's like an energy of like somebody who doesn't want to hold back anymore. You know what I mean? And with this Knight of Swords, this is somebody that is going to have the attention of everybody. She has her own perception. She feels like she's been watching the shit too, and all she does is sit around and daydream about what it would be like to be in the spotlight and ripping everybody to shreds. She's very perceptive though. She knows what's going on. She's very astute herself. So if she joins the blog scene, is she going to be a formidable opponent? Yes, she is. She's definitely going to be coming with the heat. I will tell you guys that. She's very judgmental too, but her judgment, I don't know, she's coming off as being kind of on point. So anybody who chooses to take on this battle with Wanda Moore Leeth, or whatever, I googled her name, I can't remember if it was Leeth Moore or Moore Leeth, but whoever wants to get in the ring with Wanda, you better be ready to take her head off, because I feel like she's trying to edge in, you guys. I feel like she's about to enter the scene. I really do. Now, like I said, in her future position, she has the Nine of Pentacles. So that's a card of independence. That's a card of getting money. But the Lover's card is in reverse. And when the Lover's card is in reverse, it is sometimes about a broken marriage. I don't know if she is married or not. If she's not married, this is about some type of relationship. With this Devil card, it could be like some type of, I don't know, there's like a close relationship that she has that I feel like there's going to be some distance put between. This may even be her being put on the outside of the relationship with her daughter and her son-in-law, because I do have the Ten of Pentacles here and the Two of Cups clarified by this Devil card and the Lovers in reverse. So if this is not her losing her own marriage in the near future, this is her being basically told to mind her business and go fuck off somewhere and get out of their business, and her having to go her own way. Now, up until now, she's been very nosy, or she's had close enough proximity enough to their marriage to get into their business, and now I'm showing her as being kind of like locked out, or there being some type of severing into that because she's like crossing the lines or crossing her boundaries. And now they're like sending her on her own way, or telling her like, you know, like, you're gonna have to find something to do, or you can't do this here, or something like that. There's gonna be some distance put between her. I feel like she feels this is coming, and that's why she's trying to maybe like get a life. Can I say it like that? When I'm looking at this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like get a life. This life might be lonely, but it's some money in this life. You can tend to your own garden. You know what I mean? With this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like this is like tend to your own garden. And learn a new normal, and stop being so hooked on other people and so meddlesome in other people that are close to you. This signifies that she needs to get away from her family, or her family needs to get away from her. Like I said, the social media scene might be fine. It might be the perfect expression for her, but her family is over it. They're over it. And there's about to be some type of like violent expulsion, or is expulsion a word when you get kicked out? Is expulsion, is that come from being expelled? I gotta look that up. But there's some type of violent argument or there's an argument that's gonna happen between her, Marsal, Letitia, and she's gonna end up being like kicked out of their family. And then I feel like she's gonna start a YouTube channel, and she's gonna start like talking her shit. Like, can I say that? Can I say that? And in the outcome of this reading, I show that she gonna be having some beef. Like, she gonna be getting into it with some people with this Two of Swords. And this deck, this is a showdown. This is definitely a showdown. So listen, y'all get ready. I'm telling y'all to get ready, because Wanda is coming. Now, she is coming in as an Empress card. You know, the Empress is the baddest bitch in the land. I'm not gonna lie to you. However, her Empress card is clarified by the Death card. So this could be the death of her as a bad bitch. But I feel like it's more so with this Death card, it's more so her breaking off with motherhood, or I feel like it's the end of her role as a mother. Like, for instance, she's been like a hover mother, right? Because like I said, with this Ten of Pentacles, she's been creeping on the side, listening to people talk. She's been a ghostly figure. Her words, she's like a mother who plants these eggs, and then all her little baby dinosaurs start hatching, and then she sits back and watch her little manipulative dinosaur eggs hatch, and then she watches how it plays out with a smirk on her face. You know what I mean? So her program has been running, her words have been running, her advice, the way she sees things, all that has been running. And she's been sitting up watching the seeds that she's sown, the shit that she's been instilling. She sits back and watches all this shit plays out. She really, really does. Now, with this Death card and this Empress card, I feel like, and with the Devil card too, I feel like there's been some abrupt ending to your rule and your authority, or your influence as the hover mother. You know what I mean? You've been cut off. She's been cut off. And I feel like she's emotional about that. But even through her rejection, and she has been rejected as the Empress, she has been rejected as the person who can puppeteer and pull those strings and get things to go how she wants them to go. She's been rejected. There's been an overhaul. However, she is also renewing herself as a teenager or a young adult, if that makes any sense. So it's almost like Stella got her groove back, but her groove is being like a 19-year-old or a 27-year-old or a 35-year-old. So since she's been displaced as mother, instead of her going through the traditional empty nest syndrome where she's sad, she's like, well, mama got to have some fun too. And she's turning into who she was back in the day, and it's going to play out right before our very eyes. So I'm telling you, it's gonna be funny to watch. I do show that she's gonna attract some older ladies, and she's gonna build some friendships. And I think that this is good for her. I think she needs this, because again, I feel like she's been too ingrained in this marriage, or too toxic in this other. Now, this couple is probably toxic on their own, but her influence has not made this any better. And I do feel like there's going to be a separation between Letitia and Marsau. We saw that. But if there is, Letitia's going to have to come back to something, and it's not going to be able to come back to the same mother that she left behind, which is what she is right now. Right now, again, in the external environment, there is some competition here with the Five of Swords for Wanda. Like I said, her attitude is like somebody's playing on her top, or she thinks somebody's coming for her, or somebody like wants to like fight her. Like she has some type of beef with somebody. You know what I mean? And I feel like she's gonna be, if you fight, she's gonna be like a type of person that like threatens to call the police or something like that, or threatens to put people in jail. She's going to be a person who like antagonizes people, but if you handle her in a certain way, then she's going to like try to like put the authorities in it. You know what I mean? So she's going to be playing she's going to play that little game. You know what I mean? There is a evil streak to her, the way she handles competition. So you guys got to be careful, because she's going to act childishly, but she's gonna use the advantage of her age or her status to play like a damsel. You know what I mean? So be careful with that. It's not real. I don't think she can really make it happen, but honestly, there is a tinge of evil to her, or there is a tinge of like vindictiveness to her that doesn't need to go unnoticed. You know what I mean? Like she's not opposed to like making people lose their freedom, like, or causing a lot of chaos, or she's not opposed to stressing you. You know what I mean? So she's going to be here. She's going to be a presence, but I'm just saying that she knows how to play the game very well, and she knows how to exacerbate her weaknesses, and then she knows how to exploit her strengths. And she's an old timer. You know what I mean? So like I said, be careful with your channels. I'm seeing jail. I don't know if this is YouTube jail, right? Us content creators know all too well about that. But watch it with her. Watch it with her. You know what I mean? She's determined to cause somebody some type of loss. You know what I mean? And I feel like at least one person is going to fall into this trap, because this is an external environment. I feel like there's somebody that might fall into Wanda's trap, and they may end up losing something in the process. So like I said, just be careful. Seven of Pentacles, this is going to be losing something that you work for, that you put your energy into, and then here she comes out of nowhere playing like this harassment card or something like that, and then it's going to end up costing you. You know what I mean? So she's not playing fair, but she is playing with a full deck, and she's not to be underestimated as an opponent, because I do feel like she's trying to wedge her way onto the block scene. And again, she's going to be talking her shit, but as soon as you get back at her, if it goes too far in a certain way, you know, I don't see her as, I don't know, y'all, she kind of, this disappoints me though. I mean, I feel like my whole energy and mood changed, because it's disappointing, because I hate people like that. You know what I mean? I don't like people who, it just reminds me of like Karen. You know what I mean? I call the black Karen, I call her Joyce. You know what I mean? She's like a Joyce. You know, want to run and tell. I don't believe in disrespecting my elders. You know, me personally, no matter what they do. But some people do, and some of them do get out of line, especially when it comes to the internet. And a lot of them like to get into the internet beefs and this scene, because they do feel young, or they want to feel young. And if you treat them with too much respect, then they feel they have to act their age and not their shoe size. And a lot of them want to relive their youth, or haven't outgrown themselves enough to gracefully surrender the things of youth. You know what I mean? So from that perspective, it's like, okay, well, you want to bumble with the bee, then that's what it's going to be. But, you know, it's just hard for me to accept them that way, even though they really be trying it. You know what I mean? Like, these old ladies really be trying it. And I'll show that she's going to be an older lady that's really trying it, but then she's gonna like use her age, or she's gonna use that against people to play the victim. You know what I mean? Which kind of puts you in a wedge, unless you just, you know, tell her fuck you. Excuse my language. You know what I mean? Damn, that's definitely what I'm seeing. That's definitely what I'm seeing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, it kind of turns me off a little bit, because I see the game that she's going to be playing coming in. But she, like I said, she's coming. She's definitely coming. Her goal is to even the score. She has some type of vendetta. Like I said, she has somebody in particular that she wants to have a little showdown with. She wants to compete. She wants to do this verbally. And she's coming to settle some scores. Like, that's her whole purpose. You know what I mean? She also feels like there's some, she feels like we need some law and order. I say we because I blog too, but she feels like this whole blog scene, or she feels like everybody is out of order. She might even say that this is out of order. So she feels like she's coming in to lay down the law or put something back in order, but she gonna be doing it like she bossy or something. The lady is crazy. Like I said, I don't know if this is empty nest syndrome because she finally getting kicked out of her own family or something like that. But she's coming in like she's supposed to be like Ron O'Neal or somebody. You know what I mean? And then with this Empress card, but you got the death of the Empress. That means yo role or yo role as mother, that's over. Nobody's respecting you like that. But she's gonna come try to play that role. But I don't know if nobody's gonna be giving it up like that. But her thing is, she feels that she's evening up the score. She feels like the deck has been stacked against her and her family. She feels like the deck has been stacked against her child, her grandchildren, and her son-in-law. And she feels like she's coming to even up the score. She feels like won't nobody serve as a voice for them. Won't nobody come and put people in their place. I guess I'm gonna have to go and do it. You know what I mean? That's what she's coming on the scene to do. She's coming on the scene this lady is funny. She's coming on the scene to get her lick back, to get they licks back. Honestly, it is a sense of protection for her. She is on the defense. She feels like she's the one to do it because she feels like can't nobody else do it. And this is the perfect time for her to do it because they are going through some heavy ass shit in their marriage and they don't want her to be a part of it. So I don't know if even she's doing this to get back in their good graces because she pissed them off and they kicked her out. And I don't know. So if she's coming to like, you know, handle things, I don't know. This reading was funny though. But anyways, listen, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. That is rhetorical. Although I do want to know what you guys think. I don't want you to think I'm saying like, you know, validate me. No, I'm just saying let's talk, let's chat, let's laugh, fill me in. You know what I mean? And then like the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Do you guys think that Martell and Kimmy's relationship, friendship is worth looking into? Or do you guys think that's a stretch? Let me know, because somebody mentioned that Kimmy be going way too hard. Okay, and they want to know what's the deal. So do you guys think that that's worth it? Let me know. And again, let me know what you guys think about Wanda hitting the YouTube streets, and if you guys think this is going to be a good shake up to the content. All right, and I'll see you guys on the next one.